Hi guys, I don't have a helper today, but I'm making Sunday dinner, and so what we're going to be having today is, as you know, we buy a lot of Schwan products because it's easy for us having a disabled person in the household and not having to run into the stores all the time and everything. And so I had bought some sweet potatoes from them, and they were frozen. And I normally bake them in the oven, but today I thought I'm going to try them in the crock pot. So I put a stick of butter in the bottom of the crock pot and put the potatoes in there, sweet potatoes in there, and I just sprinkled a little bit of minced garlic that is in a jar, you know, that you buy in the store and keep refrigerated. And so that's going to cook. It's going to be one of our sides today. But I am making a old family recipe that was from my dad's mother, so my paternal grandmother, and it's baked pork chops. And I like to get the ones that are, you'll go into the store and you'll see the assorted pork chops that have the bone in them, and that's what I like to use for this particular recipe. And all you do is I use about 8 pork chops with the bone in, and salt and pepper them, and put sliced onions on top of them. And then you can use, like I said, any kind of onion is pretty good. Today I'm using the red purple onions. And then I use about a half of it's a 64 ounce container of ketchup, half of that mixed with water, equal portions. And then you just are going to pour that over the pork chops. And I actually like to have them covered, so I'm going to get just a little more water here. So they're covered. And this was one of my favorite meals growing up. My mom and dad got divorced when I was about 8 years old, but so I just poured the rest of the water over it, so they're pretty much covered there. And I'm going to put them in the oven at 350, and they're going to bake for about 45 minutes to possibly an hour and a half, just depending on how they look. And I'll tell you in the recipe description and stuff exactly how much time it took, but it can vary sometimes. And then we're going to have stovetop stuffing with that, and some green beans. And I like to use sometimes a can of, cut green beans, and then I like to use frozen green beans too. So that's what I'm going to do today. But anyway, this was a favorite recipe of mine growing up. And when my parents got divorced when I was about 8 years old, my mom loved them so much she just kept making them. And so they're going to go in the oven, and these particular type of assorted pork chops with the bone in, they have a little extra fat on them, so they're really tender and juicy, and not like tough or anything like if you get the other ones that don't have the bone in them and stuff. It just seems like these are a lot juicier and stuff, and the guys absolutely love them. So I had also sprayed the pan first with Pam. I just like to do that. And then, like I said, I'm using Heinz ketchup. It's only 4, there's only 4, if you look at it, I was looking at it earlier, 4 grams of sugar total. And you figure, with as many people that are eating this, you're really not going to get a lot of sugar in your portion. A good portion is, these are pretty good size, but my sons will probably eat 2 each. Andy will eat 1 that's chopped up. Chris will definitely have 2, and me, I'll have probably 1. And then with the vegetables and stuff, I most likely won't have the stovetop stuffing, but they will. But I'll have the green beans and the sweet potatoes. And this is just a really nice meal. You can also use regular mashed potatoes. You could do cheesy potatoes. I've never really eaten it with rice or anything like that, but I suppose you could do that too if you wanted, or rice cauliflower. But it's a really good meal that I think you'll enjoy. And once it's done, I will put up a picture in the thumbnail of what it looks like when it's done and everything's plated up for everybody, and then I will put the description for the recipe in there. Thank you so much. Have a great day.